Hello and welcome to this new and additional and bonus lecture on ephemeral content for marketing strategy excellence. So let's look at what is ephemeral content. So the purpose of this section is to help you learn more ways in strategy for marketing strategy excellence. And in this, we will talk about the ephemeral content, short-lived, temporary content. Ephemeral meaning short, having short life and temporary content. And these are particularly on platforms like Instagram Stories and Snapchat for marketing strategy excellence for best marketing mix and plan. So let's take a look at that. So, what do you think? How to use this short-lived temporary content, the ephemeral content on platforms like Instagram Stories and Snapchats? Any thoughts? See, leveraging these short-lived and temporary contents on platforms like Instagram Story and Snapchat can be a powerful element of your marketing strategy. And it can provide a dynamic and engaging way to connect with the audience. Dynamic because it's short-lived, right? And engaging again because it's short-lived, so you have to keep giving new things. Now, how can you do that? Let's look at some things, some tips on how to integrate this type of content into your marketing mix and plan for excellence. Shall we? Wonderful. So start by understanding your audience, and there you need to know your demographics. And in knowing your demographics, you need to understand the demographics and preferences of your target audience on these platforms like Instagram Story and Snapchat. So you need to first figure out who are your audiences, what are their demographics, and what are their preferences. Then you need to understand their audience behavior. And in that audience behavior understanding, you need to analyze how your audience engages with short-lived content and then tailor your strategies accordingly. Make sense? Great. So next step would be then to align your brand strategy, right? And there are two things. One is to do consistent branding. Now, in that consistent branding, you need to ensure that your content aligns with your overall brand strategy and maintains consistent branding elements. So it needs to be in line with the overall branding. You need to understand that and ensure that what you do is consistent now. Second thing is even within the consistent branding, you need to look at your tone and voice. You need to match the tone and voice of your short-lived content with your brand personality, right? Then you can also one of the things you can do is to create visually appealing content, and that's a universal truth, right? In which what you can do is two things again: visual storytelling, where you leverage the visual nature of these platforms for storytelling, and here you can use a mix of images, videos, and graphics to create visually appealing content. People love visuals. And the second thing you can do is eye-catching designs, where you design content that captures attention quickly. Because users might be rapidly scrolling through these stories. So they know this content is temporary and they quickly scroll through. So your designs need to be eye-catching. Also, you can do promotions and limited time offers on these platforms. Now, in that again, there are two things that you need to do. You can do is create urgency and scarcity, and that you can do by utilizing the very nature, the ephemeral nature, to create a sense of urgency and scarcity. Promote limited time offers, flash sales, or exclusive promotions. So sync in with the ephemeral nature of these platforms. Also, you can do teasers and previews where you offer sneak previews or behind the scene content to generate excitement about coming products and events. Interactive and engaging elements is another thing that you can do by using the two techniques that we illustrate here. One is polls and questions, where you can use the polls, questions, and quizzes to engage with your audience. And also you can swipe up links if available, depending on your account's features. So you can use the swipe up links to drive traffic to your website, landing page, or product pages. We make use of the behind the scene and authenticity. Humanize your brand by showcasing the human side of your brand, by sharing behind the scene glimpses. This particularly adds authenticity and builds a connection with your audience. People love knowing the behind the scenes story. Do something called employee takeover, where you allow employees to take over your account for a day to provide a different perspective. People get something new altogether, and your employees love you for that also. Use series of stories and use continuity. So there, sequential storytelling is another way to do that. Consider creating stories in sequence, story series, or a sequence of related content to keep users engaged over a period of time and maintain content consistency, a continuity, a consistent narrative across multiple story for a cohesive experience. So you need to have a series running through with a consistent theme. Cross promotions and collaborations is another part that you can use for your marketing strategy. You can collaborate with influencers and other businesses for cross promotions. You can do takeovers by influencers of your page to introduce your brand to new audience, their audience. Also, tagging and mentions is another thing. Encourage users to tag and mention your brand in their stories for increased visibility. What are the matrices and analytics? You can do performance tracking. Use analytical tools provided by the platforms to track the performance of your short-lived content and monitor and user engagement is another one where you monitor matrices such as views, clicks, and engagement to understand what resonates with your audience. Adapt content for each platform separately. You need to have platform specific content. Tailor your content for each platform. Instagram story and Snapchat have unique features, and so you need to optimize your content accordingly. Complement with other marketing channels. Use an integrated approach. Integrate your short-lived content strategy with other marketing channels for a cohesive brand presence, and leverage highlights. Use highlights to showcase selected stories beyond their 24-hour lifespan. So, by using short-lived temporary content into your marketing mix with a thoughtful strategy, you can create a sense of immediacy, interactivity, and authenticity that resonates with today's digitally savvy audience. So, thank you so much for watching this additional bonus lecture on ephemeral content in this course on marketing strategy excellence. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. And if please do download any file, any this as a PDF file to take a look at anything that we talked. And I do look forward to see you again sometime somewhere.